The Ministry of Health organized an induction day for the new recruited nurses in the year 2018. In the presence of Her Excellency Ms. Faiqa bin Saeed Al Saleh, Minister of Health, Under Secretaries and 80 nurses out of 150 from the new batch. Al Saleh said that she was happy to join a new group of angels of mercy in the nursing sector in the ministry, stressing her pride in qualified Bahraini cadres who studied and learned in order to serve the nation and to work in this noble humanitarian profession to serve the patients and meet their needs.
I would like to thank the Ministry of Health today for the gathering that taught us about the responsibilities and what we should do as a nurses and what we should expect from the ministry. It was just a great honor to meet with the minister, and I hope that I will leave a good effect in the Ministry of Health.
At the beginning of the meeting, the Minister of Health pointed out that the ministry is working continuously to strengthen its efforts to attract Bahraini health professionals to join the current staff in various health facilities, and also to contribute their efforts and their young energy in the service and development of the health sector and the health services in the kingdom.
I just want to thank the Minister Faiqa Saleh for this lecture that she gave it to us, and it was really a family. It's like a family gathering, not as a lecture, and we hope we be good nurses in the future, and we hope that we raise the head of the Ministry of Health.
ISACA Bahrain chapter conducted its first annual stakeholder engagement and strategy workshop on 14th of March 2019 at the Four Seasons Hotel. The aim of the workshop was to bring key stakeholders from public and private sectors together to discuss the training programs, workshops, and other initiatives that the chapter could offer to develop the human capital of Bahrain. Over 45 CIOs and IT senior managers from various sectors such as manufacturing, education, banking, telecommunication, government entities, and healthcare.
Today we have organized a workshop to engage with our stakeholders. As ISACA, we are involved in disseminating knowledge for the sake or for the benefits of the people of Bahrain and our members. So we try to do career paths, training programs, workshops for the benefit of our members. So what we did today is we took one step back, because if we want to move forward, we need to get one step back. So we are trying to engage with our stakeholders from various sectors, public, private, NGOs, to understand what is the requirements. So the current stakeholders today are mostly IT managers, IT assurance professionals, IT security personnel that are involved in decision making in the organizations. So by understanding their requirements and what they need, we can improve our programs and offer a tailored program that could benefit them as well.
Some of the representatives were from prominent organizations such as IGA, Tamkeen, EDB, Babco, Battleco, Arcabida, Rahab Bank, Iskan Bank, El Hilal Takaful, and King Hamad Hospital.
Today we're attending the ISACA workshop or strategy workshop, and I think we are very excited to see what is the potential for developing security and the security professionals through the training and the programs that ISACA puts out. And I think the most important key factor here is understanding that the development of experts in this area is very essential in various sectors. Coming from the healthcare sector, there's a lot of security compliance that we need to develop in order to benchmark ourselves with the international standards, and I think that we can utilize what ISACA is doing through their programs in order to mature this area that we feel there's a lot of lack of expertise in this specific area and that we wish to develop. And I think that the area is quite vast in saying that there's not only IT security but IT governance, IT assurance that revolves around the IT quality and how it is being driven to the various systems.
The workshop was focused on addressing the question, how do we develop a more substantial pipeline of IT security and assurance professionals?
First of all, it's my first contact with the ISACA Bahrain chapter. And the first objective for today is to have the contact with the right persons in the chapter, and then to find out how we can actually cooperate with them to get our people upskilled in security and governance matters. People who would follow a certification path, then they will have a much more better structured approach to their work processes, and then it will obviously increase the quality of their skills. What I'm interested in is generally the IT governance as a practice, and then in the cybersecurity space we are very much interested in the industrial cybersecurity. For us as BAPCO, definitely that's a key area for cybersecurity, what we need to cover, and we are building that practice these days.
Based on this workshop, ISACA Bahrain will develop initiatives and strategies to address skills requirements of Bahrain by offering training courses, workshops, and conferences. As part of the 14th Spring of Culture, Al Khalifiya Library held on Wednesday, 13th of March, a lecture titled Belated Travelers at the Passion for Travel in the Age of Colonial Dissolution by Dr. Diya Abdullah Al-Kabi, with the presence of a number of literature academics and enthusiasts.
Today I came here to a lecture presented by Dr. Diya Al-Kabi about Orientalism. To be honest, I'm very new to this part of the subject, but the reason I came here is I want to know more about this subject. And this is something that I really like about the Spring of Cultures lectures that they do every year. They come up with new subjects and they always focus on bringing people that are very well knowledge of their fields. So that's why I came here today, to get deep into this subject, to understand it more, and hopefully I will come out with new information that will help me get more deeper into this subject.
The lecture provoked the question of Western travelers to the Arab region, especially during the era of colonial dissolution, and the question of Neo-Orientalism. In contrast to Old Orientalism, a subject approached by the academic and researcher Ali Bahdad, an expert in cultural studies, in his important book, Belated Travelers: Orientalism in the Age of Colonial Dissolution. Information Minister Ali bin Mohammed Al-Rumihi said that monopoly imposed by specific channels for political goals violates the public's right. He was speaking as he patronized the Fourth Estate Forum, which was organized by the University of Bahrain's Media Club in cooperation with Bahrain Journalists Association. Al-Rumihi said 90% of the Arab people are deprived of watching football matches on sport channels. There are regional and international efforts to stop violating the public's right to watch the matches of their national teams, he added. He stressed common challenges in the media and telecommunications sector in the Arab countries, calling for concerted efforts to boost awareness among the youth and adopted joint regional and international mechanisms to enhance the media and telecommunications sector in the region. The minister stressed the need to deal with the fast-spreading social media networks, cautiously pointing out that not everything circulated in the virtual world reflects reality. He called on social media websites users to ascertain of the information and never fall victims to prevalent systematic anarchy in the virtual world. Responding to students' questions, Arumehi pointed out the growing job opportunities in the media field, stressing that communication with the youth is an essential factor to develop media work. He underlined the importance of the students to enhance their aptitudes and capabilities continuously in order to improve their media competence. In cooperation with the Embassy of the Kingdom of Bahrain to the Kingdom of Belgium, the Labour Front Tamkeen organized a comprehensive induction meeting on the Global Entrepreneurship Congress, which the Kingdom will host from April 15 to 18th. The meeting was attended by the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Bahrain to the Kingdom of Belgium and the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg and representative to the European Union, Dr. Bahia Jawad al-Jishi, and a number of representatives of official bodies, civil society organizations, policymakers, and institutions of the entrepreneurship sector in various fields. During the meeting, Dr. Bahia Jawad al-Jishi delivered opening remarks in which she commended Bahrain's pioneering role in terms of development in general and Tamkeen's outstanding efforts and initiatives to host the significant international events, as well as its role in promoting the sustainability goals of the kingdom through its various developmental endeavors. Tamkeen Executive Director of Customers Engagement Isam Hamad highlighted the importance of this international event and the kingdom's distinctive experience in the entrepreneurship sector. The meeting is part of a series of Tamkeen's introductory meetings in a number of countries in preparation for the 11th edition of the annual international conference to be held for the first time in the Kingdom of Bahrain, where a wide range of experts, entrepreneurs, and stakeholders from various countries in the world will participate. The 11th GSE will aim to investigate the latest developments in the entrepreneurship sector, as well as discuss ways and opportunities to enhance the sector and its regulatory frameworks at the international level. It's worth noting that the Global Entrepreneurship Congress brings together entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, economic policymakers, and other economic stakeholders in more than 170 countries to study new ways to help enterprises start and expand new projects around the world to serve the entrepreneurial environment in the kingdom and facilitate the construction of a diverse and sustainable national economy. On November 2017, the Global Entrepreneurship Network (GEN) announced that Bahrain has won the bid to host the Global Entrepreneurship Congress in 2019 to mark the 10th anniversary of the Global Entrepreneurship Week, which was held at the United Nations headquarters in New York. The announcement came after the Kingdom of Bahrain competed with several cities around the world to host this important international event in its 11th edition. The Italian Embassy to Bahrain will celebrate the Italian Design Day 2019 on March 20th. Manama is included in the 100 locations worldwide that will celebrate the Italian Design Day, which is promoted by the Italian Foreign Affairs Ministry and International Cooperation. Italian design was born in the workshop of Renaissance artists, which brought to life innovative products with a high aesthetic content. Ever since then, research in the field of design has grown and developed through a constant interaction between design schools and art movements, combining Italy's remarkable craftsmanship tradition with technological innovation. Design portrays a very distinct feature of the Italian spirit, which in itself has many of the elements that are internationally identified with the brand Italy. The Italian ambassador to Bahrain, Domenico Aleto, said, "The embassy will organize 2 events which are open to the public. The first one, with support of GPIC, is an exhibition entitled Italian Brands. It is an iconic design display featuring a journey of the graphical historical revolution and evolution of 20 well-known Italian brands. It will be hosted at the Avenues Mall from March 20th to 27th at 5 p.m. The second event will be held in collaboration with Bahrain Authority for Cultural Antiquities, BACA. Architect Indira D. Simon, one of the 100 testimonials chosen as an ambassadors of Italian design in the world, will deliver a lecture on human-oriented design for cities on March 20th at 6:30 p.m. at the Flexible Auditorium of Bahrain National Theatre in Manama. He will talk about the design in the city of future, touching upon climate change, demographic growth, use and reuse of ground and raw materials, zero waste, and wellness of the citizens. The French Embassy to Bahrain and the Alliance Francaise Bahrain will organize a series of events to celebrate the French language and La Francophonie. The events will include a film screening and a potluck. On March 20th, the day of the La Francophonie, the Alliance Francaise will welcome Ziaco, a band composed of two talented French musicians who will perform at Alliance Francaise at 8:30 p.m. Their folk songs with fine lyrics are an invitation to travel and will entertain the public with their energetic rhythm. Ziaco will hold a French songs workshop on March 21st to 22nd for adults 6 years old and above at Mishak Art Space. The participant will learn to sing one song in French even if they don't know the language and one song in English. Musicians are expected to bring their instrument at the end of the workshop. A mini concert will follow the workshop on Friday 22nd.
I see your face in every sunrise. So many